Interview.
When you think about power in a core game mechanical sense, I think the word power means not invincibility, but strength. It means, feeling like as I'm mowing through enemies, I am the greatest warrior in the land. It's hugely important to feel successful. I think that's a big part of the way we approach the game, that we want you to feel like you could defeat anything that comes up against you, because you are the warrior king or queen. You are the hero. You are the last hero. And so feeling powerful in combat is a big part of that. When we started Fable II, we had this ambition of super accessible one-button combat. And I think we came close to hitting our ambition. And I think with every game, there's always something you want to improve, and there's always something that you're kind of forced to ship, and you feel like, God, I really want to do that better. And at the end of Fable II, we were happy with what we had, but we knew we could make it better. And so some of the stuff we've done is we said, okay, we don't want to lose the accessibility. We want to keep the one-button combat. But we want to make it feel better. We want to make it feel more fluid. So the first step is to talk about what does fluidity mean? It means being able to be swinging your sword and then immediately pull the gun out and shoot somebody, and even shoot somebody that's behind you. And then while the gun's out, shoot a spell the other direction. Feeling like your character is incredibly powerful and incredibly fluid. That was the first thing. So we went from there and we said, all right, we can achieve that. We can achieve that by adding more animations. We can achieve that by looking at kind of how we think about the controller. But then we started getting into, okay, how are we going to make, if Fable 3 is all about power, and we keep saying that to ourselves, it's all about power. Fable 3 is about feeling powerful. Then what else can we do? And we looked at, okay, let's think about finishing moves, and let's think about adding more variety of animation. So in Fable 2, we had what we called the crescendo system. And that was pretty cool. It gave you lots of cool cutaways and cool camera moments, and the better you fought, the more you saw them. And we've taken that and notched that up quite heavily so that you see a lot more variation of movement. And as your hero is leveling up, and as your weapon is leveling up, you will see your hero becoming more and more powerful, doing more and more fantastic things, morphing in more extreme ways. And as they morph, they're doing more exceptional moves, knocking enemies further away. You'll see, more and more interesting bludgeoning death, more and more interesting magic spells, casting and guys evaporating and, shooting people in exciting and decapitating ways. Probably the most interesting thing we've done with the Sword Magic gun trio is that we've actually added this thing called morphing weapons. And again, because we want to question assumptions, we don't really want to do the same things everybody else has done. And also we want to kind of keep it interesting to ourselves. When we started talking was, hey, do we really want to build 200 more swords? Really? Do we really want to put 200 more swords in shops? Well, it's kind of what everybody else does. We've kind of done that already. So what we started talking about was this idea of weapons that are as unique as you, the player, are. And the way that works is when you start Fable 3, you will get a weapon. You actually get 4 weapons. I'll leave that, which 4 is a bit of a mystery. But you get 4 weapons you can choose from. And as you're using those weapons, they will change. So the more enemies I kill, the larger the weapon will get. The types of enemies I kill will change the filigree, it'll change the texture, it'll change the color, it'll change the sound. It will change multiple aspects of the weapon. It will give it new attributes. So if I've been really the super hob massacrer guy, I will get a sword that is got extra abilities against hobs, but also looks different than your sword if you've gone and defeated a ton of Balverines. If I've been really evil and done something really horrible stuff, then my sword will become darker and more evil looking and will eventually drip with blood and have, growl when I take it out, versus if I've been really good, it'll be, be the angelic singing sword. So we're still planning to try to get all of that in there and give you those sorts of experiences that are very unusual and very unlike what other games have done. I'm Josh Atkins, lead game designer of Fable 3, and you can expect to see the game this holiday.